Alright, learning how to animate in Premiere Pro. This is very helpful if you want your projects to look more professional, more engaging, and to retain your viewers' attention. Now, editing may seem complicated at first, but rest assured that it is a really easy process and you will be learning how to do that in this tutorial. So I have this random image that I will drag onto my timeline, and it's about kind of big, so we'll go to our effects control panel here, and we have these motions that are changeable. So if we just turn down the scale, we have a object that is willing to move, and the way that animations work is that we want to have our image move on the screen whenever we click play. So it'll go from left to right, or whatever. We're actually going to make that longer than what it is. So now that the image is scaled down, let us animate the position. So you'll see here that we have this image. This is an image, and we want to click on this stopwatch here, which will set a keyframe. So now we have a keyframe on our image, and that is indicating the time when the image starts, and we want to set a keyframe for when the image ends. So we do that by just clicking the stopwatch again, but we actually set a keyframe on the other. So let's just go back to the beginning here and set a keyframe for when our image starts, and let's have the image go from left to right. So we want to place our image here. You can do that by changing the values, but we can also just go ahead and drag it. So right at the start, let's put a keyframe here, and we want to move forward in the clip, and if we drag it, you'll see this line here. This is actually indicating the animation, and you can see that it set another keyframe automatically. That is because Premiere recognizes that you want to make this a animation, and it does so accordingly. So now you can see that it moves from left to right. If we click play, we have an animation, and if you notice, the animation is kind of instant. So to fix this, you want to highlight one of your keyframes, right click, and go down to where it says temporal interpolation, and then you want to ease out the first one, and you want to ease in the second one. So it may not make a lot of sense at first, but as you can see in the clip, our first keyframe is pushing the image out, and then when it stops, it's easing it in. So now we can see it looks way smoother. So your animations aren't just limited to positions. We can also animate effects as well as text. So if we take one of these, let's get the crop tool here. Actually, let's bring back this clip and actually make it it's not too long, so but we'll make do with what we have. So we'll go ahead and put the crop tool on this and go back to our effects control, and now you can see our crop tools here. And at the start of the clip, we want to put the top in the right, and let's actually start these at 8, or okay, let's start them at 10, our top and our bottom, and then by the end of our clip, we want these values to be at 0. So we'll just add keyframes at the end of our clip and put them back at 0, and you can see that with every frame it gets slower and slower. So those cover the basics of animations in Premiere. Like I said, you can animate your text as well, and it's just about knowing how your effects controls work will determine how the animation looks, and what you would, or a good something of a good habit to start developing would to be saving these as a preset, and then have them in your essential graphics tab here from our last tutorial, so that you don't have to continuously make these animations over and over again. You can just drag and drop and speed up your editing process. So if you guys learned something, that's great. Be sure to like, and thank you for watching.